Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Can everybody hear me? Is anybody there? Is there anybody out there? How do I turn off this restream messaging crap? Chat, don't show that. WTF? You can chat here. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. I'm just actually posting a link on Twitter that I'm going live. Cool. Nice. You can hear me. You can see my screen. Yes, I am singing Pink Floyd. Is there anybody out there? You got that reference. That's awesome. Well, for anybody else who's in here, welcome also. If it's just Nicole, cool. Watching Tim Black, awesome. I like it. Tim Black is great. I don't really want to compete with him necessarily, but there's no time that you can go on that you're not competing with somebody. So got to do something. But what I wanted to do was go through a little bit of the Discord, since for the first time in a year, Independent Left.News is down. And it's been down like for 5 hours now. I have no idea what's going on. I've submitted a help ticket to the support team. We're waiting for some type of response. It is going on provider wide for those folks, so they've got much bigger fish to fry than just Independent Left.News. So I figured I would take this opportunity to go through the Discord and show everybody exactly what the Discord is. A lot of people don't even know what Discord is, so I figured I could start by going through a little bit of what Discord is, explain it, and then go through what I set up, how I set this up, and what people could do and why they would actually want to join this thing, and what they can do here. So I thought that would be pretty fun to do, and we can chat along the way. I don't know if you see along the right hand side of the screen, I've got the Restream chat up. That is a combined chat between Periscope, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope is also Twitter. I guess that's going away at the end of the month. So again, I just thought it would be a fun time. I'm actually not live on Discord at the moment. It's kind of funny, but I probably should be. But I figured I'd go live on Restream, do this on all the platforms, and that way we can bring more people into Discord. And again, you can see in the graphic below, I believe. Wait, hold on. Did I put the right graphic below? No, I guess not. Hold on. Follow us on Twitter. No, wrong one. So follow IND Left News on Facebook, Twitter, Insta. I can also put one up with the independentleft.gg, which is the URL for the Discord. I probably should do that. So we could talk about crypto. We could talk about the stream that just ended. That was pretty crazy. I don't know if you were watching, Nicole. That was pretty aggressive. I kind of enjoyed it. Graham was really on fire tonight. 4 penny crypto stake. Very cool. Very cool. I'm very into the penny cryptos. Engine Coin has done very well for me. I am not an advisor necessarily, but I have been playing with it for a few months, starting with Graham's advice. But I just wanted to, again, so what you saw here was a notification. Something came up on Twitch. So when I do go live on Twitch, there will be a notification in the Discord, and you'll actually be able to see a live preview of that in there. So that was kind of cool. I want to start when anybody joins the Discord. Again, you can join the Discord at independentleft.gg. Let me go into your YouTube to get to your Discord invite. That's right, exactly. Well, I got to show it to somebody. So, hey Elizabeth, how are you? Flower, welcome. Oh, that's cool. You're here on Twitch. So, again, the history of Independent Left.News. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary since I created the website. Kind of funny, again, that the website goes down the day after the anniversary. Thanks a lot. But again, it evolved into much more than just a website. The Discord, I spend as much time in Discord as I do on the website these days. And you'll hopefully be able to understand why. Again, you can see that I'm in a bunch of different Discord servers. This is the independentleft.gg server over here. All the other servers that I'm in, I can organize into folders. And I do so that all the streamers that I watch and that I enjoy and join their Discords, as well as some of the other progressive groups, left-wing groups that are out there. Thanks, Elizabeth. And then some other friends groups, bots, support type of bots that are out there. So there's a bunch of different Discords. I believe you can join as many as 100 Discords. There's a limit. And then you can look here to explore more public servers. Again, I spend a lot of time in mine, but I do spend a lot of time. I admin for Jackson Hinkle, and I admin for Frank Analysis, and I'm a mod for the Jimmy Dore server. That's unofficial. But we can talk about other servers another time. I want to talk about my server and this server. So again, hey, Mix, how you doing, man? Again, the idea here is just to go through the Discord. The website's actually down, so I can't go through any news. So I figured this would be a good opportunity, and this will be evergreen content, so people can go through and learn exactly why I set up this Discord, what it is, what they can do, and I can even clip parts of it to share out as snackable videos. So the idea again is that where can we? There's nothing like this anywhere that I've found where you can find all of the tweets, all of the articles, all of the podcasts, all of the videos that are coming from all the different content creators, independent, on the left, organized by channel or by category or by creator. And I've organized it by the type of analysis or the type of show that they do, whether it's political comedy or opinion and political commentary, or they're doing investigative or field journalism themselves, or they're actually a magazine publisher. So we do have about 50 different channels. We'll get into what those channels looks like. So again, it was about a year ago, March 2020, noticed that there was no central place to find all this progressive content online. And I was digging all over the place for it. Really, I set this up for me. But I thought, let's share this with everybody else. And I think everyone can enjoy it. Nicole, can you see the chat on screen on the stream at least? I should be showing chat as an overlay. So I know that you're on YouTube, and Mix is over on Mix and Elizabeth are over on Twitch. This is so cool. Actions speak louder than words over on Twitter is over as well. I want to give you a shout out. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. So again, we've got tons of different contributors. You can see I just list a few of who we like to feature and who we're proud to feature. Oh boy, I find one that's in there. She's part of the Unmasked, and we do have a section at the bottom called The Great Unmasked. I can't ignore them. They are still part of the left. Unfortunately, we can't pretend that they don't exist. We don't deplatform here. That's not what we're about. And it does bring some folks in. So I'm while I don't spend any time looking at their stuff, I do bring it in for those who are more toward the progressive centrist left, I would call it. I don't even know what to call it at this point. The TYT Ben Dixon folks, David Packman's, even Sam Cedars. So sorry, I keep scrolling up and down. So the first thing is WTF is this, and this is a channel that actually pops up when you first join the Discord. So it kind of gives you an introduction as to what this is and gives you a few guidelines as to what to do. If anybody does join the Discord, the first thing I would recommend is to disable all of the alerts, because the alerts will drive you crazy. How you would do that is you'd go in here and you'd right click and you would mute the entire server until I turn it back on. And that will turn off all the alerts, which is really important because otherwise it'll make you crazy. These are all the places where you can find our content online. So from the newsletter to Facebook, we have a Facebook page as well as a group of fans on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Really, we're everywhere. Twitch, as you can see, YouTube. I have an alternate Twitter. This was my Twitter account before I started Independent Left, Party of Reason. I still tweet there occasionally. We also have a podcast that I record usually on most nights. Didn't last night. And then, of course, if you want to support what I'm doing, I've got a Patreon, and then I also have a Cash App. So if you want to scan that and throw a couple bucks to my Cash App, that's much appreciated. Again, I do all this for free, essentially, because I enjoy it, and I think that it's really important to amplify all these streamers, all these independent voices that are not corporate influenced, that are speaking truth to power, that are unafraid, that are taking on the machine and doing it for all of us. So this channel is the current and past editions channel. Current and past editions, I create a summary every day for IndependentLeft.news. I post this on Facebook. I post this on our YouTube channel, and this accompanies the video. I also have a channel so that you can go back and look at all of the summaries, as well as a link to that specific edition where you can access all of the videos and articles from that specific summary. Then we have the RSS feed, and these are all of the individual articles themselves. So if you see something that you like in here, you can actually search for it, and it will be in the RSS feed channel over here. You can actually find that article over there. And this goes way, way back. I mean, every single article that's ever been published on IndependentLeft.news is in here. Really cool. And all of this is automated, which is the most beautiful thing. So then we've got the podcast channel, and this is supposed to feed in automatically. It has not been, so I manually go in and I'll post the links to the episodes. For some reason, that one did not post. And the preview didn't work, but that's the most recent episode right there. Then we have tweets. So this is all the tweets that are coming from our account, and that also is synced and is an automated bot. Posts that are made, links that are made to the Facebook page. So every morning when a new issue is published, that automatically goes to the Facebook page, and that link also goes through to Discord. So I've got a lot of things, try to connect a lot of things as much as possible. Turned on HLM saying they were right wing. Who said HLM was right wing? Ragtag Band Discord. I'm on HLM's Discord. Central Committee. You know what? Mike from PA threw me out. I don't know what I did wrong. I was posting my updates into his news channel every day, and all of a sudden I went in there one day and his icon was gone. I'm like, I'm a sub. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. Whatever. Reddit. I haven't set up Reddit, but I can set up Reddit. I'm not even sure exactly what to do. I do have a Reddit page. I've been posting a couple of updates and a couple of things, like the video from the live stream I did yesterday afternoon. That's on there. Again, the Twitch channel I showed you guys before. This is my Party of Reason. So if you want to see what I'm posting to my personal page, a lot of it, honestly, is just retweeting the IndependentLeft.news stuff, but it's to the community that I built before I created IndependentLeft.news. So while there is some overlap of followers, there really aren't very many. And then every time I post a video onto YouTube, that will also show up here. So you can see that when I went live, that already has shown up here with the thumbnail that goes with it. Ragtag Band Discord. I'll have to check that one out. And then also I have a Twitter account for the Discord, because at some point, as I look to expand this enterprise, the Discord itself, I'd like to run individual articles through the IndependentLeft.gg account on Twitter. I think that would be a really cool idea. And then, I don't know how long you've been paying attention, but I have a channel just for all the different logos and colors that I've used since I changed the name from Progressive News Daily to IndependentLeft.news back in September. Couple special ones that I did for Thanksgiving. We did one for Halloween. That was a Halloween one. Sorry. That's the Halloween one. Thanksgiving, we did a turkey. All the different colors. And I just have fun with that. You can see it's been getting more and more sophisticated over time. I like the little leprechaun hat that he wears right now. We do have a voice channel. Voice channel is really cool. This is where we can actually do video as well as phone calls. I've gone in there and talked with a couple of you. Nicole, you and I have done some voice channels in the lounge already. And we've got our town square. That's when you first join. This is kind of like the general channel. When there's a new live stream that I'm watching, I'll post a link to that in here. If there's something interesting, an interesting piece of content I see throughout the day, that's where the general discussion will take place in this entire Discord. This is where the majority of interaction between the people that are in the Discord happen. Then we have one of the original folks, Guilherme, who's actually in Brazil. He asked me to set up a channel, and initially, actually, he was posting the daily press conference from AMLO. He fascinating guy. Actually introduced me to the ICIJ, an AMLO fan, as well as a psychedelics fan. So when I was first setting this up, I noticed that he was posting the Periscope link to AMLO's morning press conference. So I actually created an AMLO channel for him, and he likes to post the links to the AMLO press conferences. So anytime you want to go and look at an old AMLO press conference from any day in Spanish, my problem is I'm not very good at speaking Spanish, unfortunately. And then we also have a legalized cannabis and psychedelics channel. So if we find any articles that are interesting regarding the legalization of marijuana or cannabis, psychedelics, mushrooms, what are the psilocybins, LSD, really anything having to do with the legalization of drugs for freedom issues, if for nothing else. Big fan of this channel. So we post into here occasionally when we find some fun articles. So HLM are definitely not right wing. No, I totally agree. And agreed. Kit may be a Tulsi supporter, and that's fine. Tulsi also has a lot of left positions. She's been explored. She also has some right wing positions. She's an interesting character. I'm not really sure where I fall on her. I know some people are all in on her, and that's great. This is an article and video submissions channel. So if anybody does have some articles that they've written or that they think should be featured in the newsletter, they're free to submit it here. Most of the newsletter is completely automated, but I do have the ability to manually add a story to it. So if I do find one that's important or I missed one, please, by all means, leave it there. Same thing when it comes to videos. And this is an old channel. You can see nobody's posted in here even since November. But I leave the channel up because there was some good dialogue back and forth way back. Actually, it's with folks that are no longer even in the Discord, sadly enough. There was a great Mexi video. I love her. She's terrific. Other servers to check out. So this is where we might also want to look at the Ragtag Band if they would allow me to post them as kind of another server to join. But you can see I've already got Christo, Action for Assange, Convo Couch, which I also admin. Hinkling Hangout, that's Jackson Hinkles. I don't know what this is or was, but okay. And then we've got Hardlands Media. Slow News Day has a server. This is, again, the unofficial Jimmy Dore server. Frank Analysis has their own. And I admin this, and I help mod that for Franco, and I help decorate his channel with all the icons. This is Richard Medhurst. Richard Medhurst was the OG. This is what got me into Discord originally. You can see the Gina saying that Ron and Graham actually need to get servers. I totally agree. And I did tell them via Patreon and told them I'd even set them up and admin for them. Spart set up a different kind of server, and this is this Pi, which is a crypto mining thing. And I don't know, Nicole, if you've seen this, but you might want to check this out. Bones, welcome. How are you, buddy? So I do have some patron-only channels. I really haven't posted much content there, to be honest, and to be sad. I'm sad to say, this is for Patreons only. For folks that do support me via Patreon, and that way I've got a channel to communicate exclusively with them. This is a channel that a bot that somebody else set up that was originally in a different server that I was in. I think it was Action for Assange, maybe. And I noticed that they had this live stream bot, and I said, this is really cool. Can you plug this into mine? Now, this is the one channel that I actually do manually turn on. Though I have the server muted, I go in here and I edit the channel, and I turned on the alerts, which somewhere in here is, you can turn on alerts for this channel, and I don't remember exactly how now. Is it right click? Yeah, see that? If I right click, I can set notifications for all messages. So now anytime anybody has a live video, anytime anybody goes live, I get a notification on my Discord. And you can see that it's got Jackson Hinkle, it's got Michael Moore, and it's got keywords that trigger an alert, which is really awesome. Discord is on Android. There's an Android app. There's a desktop app for Mac as well as for PC. There is, sorry, you're listening to my kid's monitor. I didn't even realize it was on. Probably wondering what that hissing was. So, yeah, Richard Medhurst, Lee Camp, Redacted Tonight, Moderate Rebels, all the favorites that we all know, love, watch, follow. Anything having to do with Julian Assange. It even picks up some right-wing stuff. Katie Halper's there. Again, this is just in the last day. But I've been looking for how do I this is a way around the YouTube alert system. So this is really cool. Discord is on Android, iOS, and via website. Yeah, they also have a web app. But they also, what you're looking at here is a desktop app for Mac that I downloaded onto my computer and is always on. So I don't actually have to use a browser window to be in it. This is an old channel that I've disabled. This is the all videos feed. I don't even know if there's anything still feeding in here at this point. Looks like there are a couple things. I just don't make it at this point. A couple of secular talk, Benjamin Dixon videos. This looks like Bo's coming in. So I do have a few that do stream in live, but they're also on their individual channels. And that's what I kind of want to show next, was to go into an individual set of channels. So David Sirota, Daily Poster. And it's not just David Sirota, but because at the Daily Poster, there's also Walker Bragman. There's also Andrew Perez. Now, I have not added Julia Rock yet to it. She needs to be added, as well as, I believe his name is Joel Warner. But anytime any one of those people posts, tweets, or there is a new article from the Daily Poster that's published, you're going to see that in this channel. Here's an article that was published exclusive for their subscribers, but it came through the RSS feed, so it's going to show up here. It's just an easier way to search through the content. And what's really cool is you can actually use the search functionality, and it'll search everything in here for keywords and content. District 34 is Tina Desiree Berg. She's fantastic. She works closely with Status Quo. So anytime there's a new District 34 podcast, she actually did this one in conjunction with Status Quo News. She posted it on the Status Quo channel as well as on her own. So anytime there's a new YouTube video from her or a tweet, you'll see that in her channel. Same thing with the Empire Files, Abby Martin, Robbie Martin. I don't know if I have Mike's tweets coming in here as well. Or if it, yeah, see, there's the Abby Martin tweets. There's also Empire Files video when they do a YouTube. They do a lot of stuff on their Patreon, so it's a little bit more challenging to get the Empire Files stuff in there. I did add Unicorn Riot, actually. Unicorn Riot actually has been in since very early on. Awkward's your friend, really? Oh, he's everywhere. I have not added a channel for him, but I should. He's been making the rounds. So Glenn Greenwald has his own channel, which I created once he left the Intercept. He was part of the Intercept channel. So his Substack, as well as his tweets. I need to set up his YouTube channel, which I know he now has a YouTube channel. So I'm constantly making changes and ads and updates to this to make sure that we're pulling in the most fresh content, that it follows people from outlet to outlet where they go. We're adding new outlets on a regular basis. Oh, he's in the ragtag. Okay, that's awesome. Definitely have to check that out. So Greg Palast again. So whenever he tweets, whenever he publishes on his website, whenever he puts a new video on his YouTube, we'll pick that up. Jennifer Cohen, same thing. She's an election security advocate. Little on the neo-lib side, I have to say, and that's fine. Again, we're trying to reach across the spectrum of the left to pull everybody in a bunch of different voices and give perspective from everywhere. And chances are there's going to be some shit that we disagree with. That's bottom line. Matt Taibbi, I like his stuff at TK News. That's the Substack that he set up. So again, any new articles published from TK News. I saw that he now also has a YouTube channel, so that now needs to be added to this. So I got some work to do to do some updates. Popular Information is one of the best investigative websites and journalists on the planet. His name is Judd Legume. He started this back in July of 2018, and his stuff is second to none. He has one person, Tesnim Zakaria, that works with him occasionally and helps him with some of his research. He follows the money. He does it on the Republican side mostly, but he also follows the money against Democrats. I actually called him out last week where I said, how come you're only doing stuff against the Republican, the corporations that are funding the Republicans who wouldn't certify the election? And he did a story about the Cuomo administration and what they're doing. The links to subscribe-only Substacks, they work for non-subscribers, but they don't. It's gated, so you'll only see a preview, and it'll say that this is only available to subs, and you'll have to donate. You'll have to subscribe in order to see the rest of the content. I'm actually a premium sub for David Sirota. I'm a premium sub for Popular Information. Now you can see that after we looked at all the content, it grays out their channel. So the reason why this is white again is because there was a new tweet or a new video or a new something that came from the Daily Poster. So if I go back to this channel and I scroll all the way down to the bottom, it'll show me, Walker Bragman's been doing some tweets. And it just pulled in a Walker Bragman tweet at 12:47. And if I want to go to that tweet, I can just click right there. You can see it goes right to the link on Twitter. It's really helpful way to navigate things around. The legend. And I named this channel Ralph Nader, the legend himself. All right. And that is going to feed in his articles from his nader.org website, as well as all of his tweets, which are usually like on fire. And what's really cool is that the Independent Left Eye News website pulls in articles that he shares on his Twitter. So we really do what we can to keep him relevant and to support what he's doing, because he fights for us. He's been fighting for us for 50 years, man. My brother, Richard Medhurst. It's kind of funny. I'm almost never in his channel because I see all of his stuff. I have Twitter alerts for every single tweet of his. So I literally get pinged every time the man tweets. I see all of his videos when he's live. I see the clips every day in the newsletter. Yeah, baby, straight up BS. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if you're subscribed to his show, The Communique, on Press TV, but please do if you haven't already. It's excellent. He interviewed Max Blumenthal and Chris Williamson, member of Parliament, former ex-Labor member of Parliament, this week. And he's been doing that since about November now. Shadowproof. Man, this is such an underrated organization, founded by Kevin Gostola. He's got a couple folks that are working there with him. Oh, I love it. Look at this. San Francisco Bayview editor punished for exposing COVID. Oh, no. Is that looked like Brooklyn Dad Defiant, doesn't it? How about what happened there, huh? So, Mona's here. Oh, hi, Mona. Welcome. Oh, I love Mona. We all love Mona. Mona's one of the inspirations for all of this. Mona's the connector. If it weren't for Mona, I wouldn't have Hardlands Media. I wouldn't know who they were. She introduced me to Kit. She said, Kit's like an American Rich. That was her way of describing him. And gosh, that was like back in last April or May. You remember that, Moan? God, that's unbelievable. So Status Quo gets a channel. I know that they've had their issues with Convo, with some of the folks on the left. Jordan can be a little brash sometimes. I'm still a fan. I'm still a Status Quo, a member of the community. I do support their channel. I think the investigative reporting they do is really important. Sometimes they miss a story. Again, we're not always going to like everything that everybody has to put out, and that's important. So we support them all. And again, I'm a member of the supporting member of Status Quo. Then we've got Convo Couch, member of the fam. Again, I admin and convinced them to create a Discord. Actually, I don't know if I convinced them. I found it on their link tree, and I went there and I saw that it was essentially dead. There was about 10 people in there. Nobody was doing anything with it. And I said, let me admin. I'll help you guys out. Let's do something with it. And now I think we've got about 75, 80 people in there, and people are sharing articles, and a bunch of people that are in this chat are probably already in there already. And I'd like to get some more. I do plug it when Convo's live on the Rockfin channel. I'm also now a moderator on Convo's YouTube channel. So when they go live and I'm able to jump on there, I'm going into, I now got the blue wrench. So now I feel cool. Not really, but it's fun to have the blue wrench. I do support them. And again, we're patrons of the Convo Couch. Throw them some super rays occasionally. Now I used to feed in Pasta and Fee's tweets, but the bot that I was using, I decided to switch and feed them actually into the Convo's server, into their own individual channels. So if you go into the Convo server, Pasta, Fee, Johnny, Convo Couch themselves all have their own dedicated channels just for their tweets, as well as for the True Rebel network that Johnny set up. As well as if Johnny goes live from True Rebel, I'm going to have that there. Their main channel is called Hanging on the Couch. When new people join the Discord, that's where we welcome them, and I put up a little Convo Couch welcome. But back to my Discord. So that's the Convo channel. Unicorn Riot, we're pulling in all their YouTube videos and tweets. They also post to Vimeo, but I'm not pulling in their Vimeo videos right now. They're a phenomenal investigative journalism, on the ground, independent, user-funded. They really came up in the wake of the George Floyd protests. And wait, you're not in Convo? Yeah, wait, what's the link? Actually, Mona, that's a good question. What is the link? If you go in the independentleft.gg server, there is the other servers to check out channel. And inside the other servers to check out channel is a permalink to join the Convo Couch's Discord. You can see there's 98 members, and I guess Mona's probably going to be 99 in about a minute. So the wonderful, beautiful, amazing Whitney Webb. Whitney also has a Discord, but Whitney's Discord is only available to patrons. So I had to subscribe to her Patreon so I could get into her Discord, because Whitney's fucking incredible. No woman follows. Again, Graham calls her the encyclopedia, and I totally agree. She's phenomenal. Her in-depth knowledge of who's connected to who and who worked for who and whose family knows this one and whose father did that. Her just absolutely phenomenal. I got a tip from her on Palantir she was talking about them in July, August, September. They went public in September. I actually bought shares of them in October when they were $9 a share of stock. And now they are, what about Katie Halper? My girl, Katie. Katie does not have a Discord. I've been yelling at her for 6 months. I email with her. We DM on Twitter occasionally. I've been telling her that I would set up her Discord. I would admin her Discord. She doesn't really understand what this is. Hopefully, Katie maybe will even join the stream, or she'll watch it on replay, because she did message me yesterday that she was upset that she missed my live stream. So maybe I should send her a message right now that I'm live. Let me just DM this real quick too. Where'd it go? I just had my tweet there. I was gonna DM that to Katie so she could see. Katie, no, send via DM. Slide into her DMs late night, right? I love that woman. She's fucking great. So again, yes, I do have a Katie channel here. So all Katie's videos, all Katie's tweets, they end up here. Don't be an FBI snitch. That was a pretty funny clip with Jack Allison. So we got Whitney, Aida Rodriguez. I found her, fell in love with her through TYT. I still adore her. She had a segment, a couple of Dice, because she's doing something with Dice. Look at that. She's on stage with Dice at the House of Comedy. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's 2 weeks after. Great. So she's now starting to get back out on the road and do like real stand-up, which I love. I support her stand-up. I think she's great. She's just like your sister. She's I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but she's awesome. She did a Sirius XM radio show for a couple of weeks. I follow her on Instagram. She goes live on Insta occasionally. But I was gonna say she did a 1 hour show. She does a show called Truth Serum every Friday, 3:00 in the afternoon on YouTube. She's phenomenal. And she brings in completely different guests that brings a perspective that you don't see anywhere else on the left. Honestly, I mean, there's not enough Latinas that are doing this. I love Fiorella. She's phenomenal as well. We need more. My friend Julia, Julie, she's starting a channel, actually, or a podcast that's in Spanish. So we're excited about that. And as she launches that, and as there are more episodes, I'll share that. So Aida, she's phenomenal. And then we've got Graham. And Graham just went live on Rockfin. He just wrapped up. And his last story was a story that I shared with him on Patreon. I'm a patron of Graham's. Also on Rockfin. I'm a Richard Medhurst supporter on Rockfin, but I subscribe to all these channels. I watch all their premium content. I love Rockfin as a platform. Nicole and I have both invested in Rockfin Ray tokens. It's now very expensive to buy. I'm glad I bought them when I did, just sitting on them and holding them. But Graham knows Epstein better than anyone. I love that Government Secrets podcast and show that he does with Lee Camp, who's also another one of my favorites. And then you've got this monsters behind the Daily Beast. He loves to follow the money. And again, not surprising that the people that smeared the Convo Couch, Nico, that went after Jimmy, they're also tied to Epstein, at least at a high level. The owners of the Daily Beast, Chelsea Clinton's on their board. So you guys are all in here, like Mona, Bones. Just about half the people in here in the chat right now are already in this Discord, which is awesome. Jimmy Dore channel. So again, anytime Jimmy tweets, you can see his amazing vegan bolognese, ready to make lasagna. He's been making some incredible pastas. But anytime he tweets as well. Of course, we were watching Jimmy live earlier tonight and his stream cut out, but apparently they lost power. He came back on. When they came back on, Steph was reading super chats, and at the end of that, I guess Jimmy went on and he was answering live questions via chat. I missed that part. I'd already switched over to Graham. So we got the Katie channel. We got Redacted Tonight. So anytime Redacted Tonight, anytime Lee Camp tweets, anytime there's a Redacted Tonight or a Moment of Clarity channel. That's Lee's other channel. If you're not subscribed to that, please do. On Sunday nights, Lee and Eleanor Goldfield, who I believe he's involved with. I think they're an adorable couple, if so. I love her as well. So Eleanor, who I believe I just set up a channel with as well. Eleanor and Lee host a show on the Moment of Clarity channel every Sunday night where they do a charity live stream, which is so cool. What they've been doing the last couple of weeks is they've been taking donations and they'll give out to anyone who needs. Essentially, you reach out to their, I believe it's commoncensored@protonmail.com email address. You tell them that you're in need, and you don't have to give them a whole sob story, but it's just on the honor system, and they'll give you a little, up to like $100 if that's enough to get you through. And what they're doing is just so cool. I mean, they are two of the most badass people on this planet. Trey Crowder. Oh, Allie should set up a Discord. Maybe. I don't know. Allie should. I like Allie being in the HLM Discord, but yes, Allie is. Her Substack, her articles have been phenomenal. I've been featuring them. So yeah, I could see Allie having a channel. Sure, she could have her own Discord. She'll bring in a lot of the same people and then branch out from there. Trey Crowder, he's a Southern comedian who also does some politics. I like the political comedy. I feel like comedians actually are more in touch with what's going on in America than just about anybody else. Certainly more than politicians. They see everybody. They make everybody laugh. They connect with everybody. So I'm definitely a big fan of Trey. Now, why did Krish get moved down? That's weird. Krish belongs up here. So Krish Mohan, I don't know if everyone knows who he is. Mona, that's another one. I would never know who Krish was if it weren't for Mona. I love watching Krish's streams. He's spot on. Lives in Pennsylvania, so he doesn't live too far away from me. I'm in New Jersey. Anytime Krish has a stream, he also has a Rockfin channel. He's going to go back out on the road soon. Can't wait to see him live and in person when we can do that. So we've got tweets, we've got videos from YouTube on his channel. And I actually set that channel up at Mona's request, by the way. She told me about him. I set that up early on. One of the advantages and features of being a patron on our Patreon page is that you can recommend new channels, and I will put one on for you since you're a paying subscriber and a supporter of this effort and this project. Ron Placone. Man, Ron is kind of like the secret weapon that nobody knows about. He should be 10 times bigger than he is. He writes a lot of the jokes that Jimmy tells, and nobody knows, but Ron writes a lot of Jimmy's material. But Jimmy writes a lot of Jimmy's material too. Jimmy's fantastic, but I love the stuff that Ron writes. He's just spot on. His delivery on his stuff is also really smooth. We've been sponsoring Ron's show now for February as well as March. So I go and I give him a Rockfin tip at the beginning of the month. And at the beginning of every show, when he reads out his sponsors, he does a little read that I wrote up for him that invites people to check out the Discord and to visit independentleft.media, which is the website that I set up that has all the links, the link tree to access Discord, newsletter, all the social media links, everything. Again, there are a lot more. I'm not going to go through everyone, but I do want to make a couple of mentions, like Nikki at Backyard Politics. I adore this woman. She actually just tweeted, or she posted an Instagram picture the other day. They set up like a free food pantry type fridge, so anyone that's hungry can come and eat. And the community, it's a community fridge, so the community will stock it. And I just think it's tremendous what they do. She reports from on the ground in Salem and what's happening in Oregon. She was doing a lot about what was happening with Proud Boys, with 3%ers, with the lockdowns, with the protests, when they were disappearing people over the summertime. I adore Nikki. She's tremendous. She's also given us a lot of support on her stream. She's told people, yes, I've got Real Progressives on there too. Real Progress in Action. I love Steve Drumbine and that whole crew. We could talk about these people all day and all night, and literally that's what I do. I just set up a channel recently for Bad Faith, for Bree, as well as for Virgil Texas's tweets. I'm not a huge fan of Virgil. I'm not a Chapo guy. I've never been a Chapo fan. There is no Chapo channel, so that might be one that I could think about adding. Braun. Who's Braun? As funny as F. Okay. Bo the Fifth Column. Another one of those Discords that is subscriber only, as is Status Quo, Whitney Webb. Second Thought is another one that I was going to get to later on. Second Thought's another one that even for, I think, a $2 a month Patreon donation, you get access to their Discord. JT makes amazing videos that come out every Friday. I don't know if you've seen Second Thought. Mona, as a teacher, you might actually want to show those to your class. They're about 15 to 30 minutes. They move. They're fast paced. They're attention grabbing, and they're really educational and informative. And they don't curse. The Jackson Report. Yeah, I got the Jackson Report. Which Jackson? Hinkle? So we got Bo with the Fifth Column. Anytime he tweets, anytime he puts out a podcast episode, I believe his podcast episodes are making it here as well. He does have an anchor.com podcast or anchor.fm. If you don't know this guy, I highly recommend his channel. He's now over 500,000 subs. You can see he's got that little YouTube award behind his shoulder back there. It's just a thought, y'all. He always closes every video with "It's just a thought." Y'all have a good day or a good night. And he's just got a real Southern drawl, and he knows how to speak Republican language to Republicans, but introduce them to the left. And I'll bet this guy's converted more right wingers than you can imagine because he speaks their language. I love Bo, and the admin or the mod for his Discord is a Proud Communist. Everyone go follow her on Twitter. She's also terrific. Brooke Thomas, again, found her through TYT, similar to Aida Rodriguez. She's now working on the Fox Soul channel. I only really have her tweet set up. She did, for a little bit, have a podcast called Controlling Her Narrative, where she was doing a little bit of progressive work, and would love to see her do some more work on the left. And I think her voice, when she speaks her mind, she gives a perspective, growing up as an African-American woman in the Midwest in Oklahoma, that you really don't see anywhere else on TV. Caitlyn Johnstone, one of the I used to say one of the 50 best writers. I would say one of the 20 best writers in the world. She's Australian. She's phenomenal. She's savage on the tweets. She writes on Medium. She writes for Consortium News, and just on point. Everybody loves her. Tom Hartman's a little neo-libby to me. But Hedges, on the other hand, Hedges is a legend. So I've got to have a Hedges channel. Though Hedges is hard because he doesn't have his own YouTube channel. It's the RT channel. And I wasn't able to figure out how to just funnel in the On Contact episodes, which I do want to eventually get in here. So that's something that I also want to work toward. Cristo Ivalis. I don't even know exactly how. I think I found him through Discord initially. And then I found his YouTube. And I'm like, wow, he's got some pretty good takes. What I give Cristo the biggest credit for is he gets his videos out faster than anybody else there is, except maybe now Jackson. Jackson is now starting to produce videos as quickly as Cristo. But literally like 10 minutes after a story drops, Cristo will have a story in a video about it. And I noticed from curating Independent Left.News that he's usually the first one to have the video and a breakdown of the story. Now, again, don't always agree with his take on it, but he's always consistently one of the first to put out a take. Tom does get Bernie on. Because Tom doesn't challenge Bernie. Tom challenges Bernie, but Bernie likes the way Tom challenges him. I wish Bernie would go on other places that would challenge him more. Consortium News is an outstanding outlet with Joe Loria and some other folks that you may or may not have heard of. Elizabeth Voss also does some writing for them. Ray McGovern. So you've got some really, really quality investigative journalists there. David Dole, Rational National. I know that's Mona's boyfriend. He's got the waviest, dreamiest hair. He's a new daddy. He's got a little baby. He has some pretty solid takes as a Canadian. He also has some neo-libby takes. And he's been teetering on the unmasked, but I keep him where he is for now because I like him too. 100 messages on Restream chat. Thank you. Mark. Hey, Mark, welcome. Hey, man. And Mark just came into the Discord recently as well. Mark also does his own channel. He's got the anonymous stream. I've been checking that out slyly. I found Mark we're connected through the Action for Assange channel. Double Down News is excellent from across the pond. I love what these guys have put together. They've done it so quickly, and they get people to make such excellent videos, really high quality. And the people from George Monbiot to who else has done? I know they did one with Ryan Knight. They did this guy Rishi Sunak. Here thing on Keir Starmer. They've done several really high quality videos. So again, whenever they do a tweet or whenever they put out a new YouTube video, you'll see that. Eleanor, anytime Eleanor is tweeting, I've also got her Act Out podcast streaming in here, and I'd love to see Eleanor go on more shows and do new things. To me, she's one of these underrated people on the left. She's done the work. She made that Hard Road of Hope video about water protection and water in West Virginia and how they're polluting the water there. Look at this. Stand with Kashmir got shut down. Latest in authoritarian censorship. That was the other day. Media Matters for America. Yes, I do have a Media Matters for America channel somewhere. Maybe I don't have them here. Mediaite and Media Matters, I feed them both in. But they also do a lot of neo-libby stuff. And the other thing that I find Mediaite does is they chase the horse race of ratings. Fox News versus MSNBC versus CNN. And it shows up in the newsletter. I usually move that content down as far as possible. Here's another one that if it weren't for Mona, thank you, Mona, again. We love Mona so much. God, Mona's just the best. If it weren't for Mona, I would never know who Franco and Frank Analysis was. And now I've actually done FaceTime Skype calls with Franco. And I helped Franco kind of pretty up his Discord. So all the icons and stuff. He told me what he wanted the icons to look like and what he wanted the channels to be. And I kind of helped him build this out and design what that platform is. And you can see the Patreon only section. That was an idea that I brought to his Discord, as well as the Find Franco. You can see there's a lot of similarities in how our Discords are set up. I just feel that it's a really nice way to organize. Of course, we've got to have a Hardlines channel. Man, what's happening to them is just so fucking wrong. And Kit has been hustling like crazy out there, trying to. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, really, that would be very cool. I don't go on camera, but I certainly would be willing to go on different shows and talk about what's going on the left, talk issues, talk about other streamers and shows and who's doing the work and who's actually not doing the work. So I have to also give out a shout out to Kyle Kolinsky, though I know he's come under a lot of fire. He's the subject of a lot of conversation, but He's one of my OGs. He got me into the left entirely. But Kyle was actually the very first feed channel that was set up in this Discord. And there were some friends, Katie and Mona were arguing in Richie's Discord. They were talking about how Katie wanted a Kyle channel because Katie's the Kyle simp. And they said that Kyle would never get a channel in Richie's Discord. And I said, well, shit, why don't I set up a channel for Kyle? And that's pretty much how it was for about a month and a half. And it was a lot of fun. And then the light bulb went off on Labor Day weekend last year. And I said, wait, if I can do this for Kyle, I should be doing this for like everybody. And sure enough, that's what we've got now. And it's not everybody. It's constantly growing. But it's so much fun doing what I do and doing this and hanging out with all of you and seeing you on the streams. And gosh, man, where would we all be in lockdown without each other? Seriously. Oh, it wasn't Kate. Oh, that was Nicole. Oh, okay. I don't even remember who. Okay, Kiyoshi, right. Okay, I get them confused. Kim Iverson. Let me tell you, Kim Iverson, this is one of the most insane takes I've seen in a long time. And it's getting to the point that Kim not so she calls herself left. Kim is just down the middle centrist as I see it. She's a mix of extreme right and extreme left. And I love her. And she's beautiful. And look, we're not going to agree with everything everybody says, but she puts herself out there, and she again gives a perspective that you don't really see out there. You don't really see very many Asian streamers either on the left. So I'm so happy to see her out there and to see her voice. But man, that was one dog shit take, I have to say. Are Republicans moving left? No, they're not moving left. Sorry, Kim, not moving left. So we got the Kyle feed. And again, that's going to stream in tweets and new video clips of his. There's also, I don't stream in his Blog Talk Radio because the audio quality is crap. That was originally how I started listening to Kyle, was like through his podcast. He has a podcast that he records all his YouTube clips in one shot, and I usually like listen to that in the shower while I was driving. That was originally how I found Kyle. Matt Orfale, or Orf, makes some really killer videos, does some pretty good tweets. Wait, what? Are you sure you want to leave YouTube? Confirm I want to leave YouTube? No. Oh. Is he going to Rockfin? Wait, did they do something to Matt? Whoa, hold on. Holy moly. I got to check in with Matt, see what's going on here. Oh, please forward me the emails and notifications you were sent. So it looks like Orf's going to do some type of a cut up for Hardlens based upon the censorship that's going on, which is great. Nerds for Yang. Is that a server? Apparently there's a Kyle server on here, but it's a TYT Fanny server, and they would not like what we do very much. They're quick to throw a ban. If you target your poetry toward politics, you'll get your own Discord. Maybe if you wanted, Nicole, you could set up your own Discord right now. Look, I set up my own Discord, and I had no idea what the hell to do with it. It sat for months, where it was basically like feeding in my tweets, and I think I might have had a channel of Richie stuff. I mean, I was in like 2 Discords at the time. Now look at this. I'm in 17, 18 Discords, and it's out of control. I love this thing. This is a great platform. I swear they should be paying me to do this stream for them. So Mexi, she is a Canadian streamer as well. Vegan, provides a very different video, a very different perspective. Talks a lot about objectification of women and talking about women empowerment and self-confidence, and I think she's terrific. I found her through a Bo of the Fifth Column video, actually. A left tuber for UBI. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So, yeah, Mexi. I found Mexi through a Beau of the Fifth Column video. It's actually in one of my playlists for videos everyone must watch, and it's Let's Talk About a Phone Call is the name of the video, and he calls her and he basically asks her about the left, and she breaks down all the different types of left that there are, and not to gatekeep, but over here, but I don't really think about this. And well, what about this person? Are they left? Well, no. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. Oh, she's great. Love her. Nico, I have been conflicted about for a long time, but I respect the hell out of the man. He certainly has earned a channel here, being deplatformed with all the heat that he takes. The Jack Percybeck thing notwithstanding, I disagree with some of his takes. An hour and a half to talk about what happened with Tim Black. I don't think that was necessary. But again, the man puts the work in. He supports the Convo Couch. He supports Rob Yeager. He has his own show. He does sports. Man hustles. Man works his ass off. So even when I disagree with him, I stand in solidarity with Nico, and I don't think that he deserves to be demonetized either. I know that he's one of the original OGs on Rockfin. I know that he interviewed Martin on his platform recently, and I appreciate him introducing the left to Rockfin and to the crypto platform. Again, he's done a lot more at his age than many have, and he takes a lot of shit for it. And I've even given him crap personally. Not to him, but about him, and I have to stop because the man's earned all my respect. So Nico, you're good. You're a good egg. Jamal Thomas. So where's Holly Horn? Holly must be sleeping. Holly and I watch Jamal Thomas every morning. You know, I love the fact that there is a progressive left-wing morning show. And there probably is an opening for one. Like if you can do like 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern time to catch Morning Drive, I think there would be an opportunity for a YouTube lefty show in the morning. Problem is there are no lefties that want to get up that early in the morning to do a show. And of course, Rania. I adore Rania. The only problem with the Rania stuff is I can't pick up her Instagram. But luckily, she's been putting more stuff on YouTube. So she does have a YouTube channel, and I do feed in all of her tweets. I love her unauthorized disclosure podcast and video that she records with Kevin Gostola. That's available on Rockfin. Rania's terrific. She's got the left bitches who are right. This week, who was their guest this week? It looks like they got Ryan Knight on this week. Yep. And they had Lee Camp on. They've had Jimmy Dore on. They had Katie Halper on. They're a fun gang. Love them. The Real Progress in Action, the MMT folks. Love these people. I was actually watching this earlier with Robert Hockett and with Ramona Masacci. Ramona and I were working together as part of a group that was trying to go past force the vote to actually replace Pelosi and push the squad to not just force a vote, but to force a new speaker and then force a vote with a new speaker. And that's when I started really getting connected to Ramona. She's fantastic. Robert Hockett, I've actually been connected to for a long time as well. Really, really smart guy. And apparently, he's a policy advisor to AOC. So that, I believe, is kind of like a backdoor direct pipeline to AOC if we ever really want to take advantage of that. Really good to know. Farron Cousins, Ring of Fire, I think they're going to have to end up getting moved down because they are now doing more stuff with Majority Report. And I've actually seen Emma Vigland's face appear on Ring of Fire stuff, which does not make me very happy. Not a big Emma fan. Never have been. Ryan Knight, I am a big fan of. And I was not a big fan of his. His arc over the last 2 years from being a hardcore Warren stan to proud socialist is one of my favorites. He went from defending everything that was wrong to all of a sudden the light bulb going off, realizing that he was standing for the wrong people, and he was that the policies that he was shilling for were not going to accomplish what he wanted, and who was real. So proud of him. I mean, he's proud socialist. Well, we're proud of that socialist. Seriously, like we're all proud of Ryan Knight. Another guy who takes a ton of crap, an absolute ton of crap, but puts himself out there. He's real. He has the Amped Up podcast, which he also records in video format for his patrons. He did one with Richard Medhurst a couple weeks ago that was outstanding. Nicole working 40 hours a week to save endangered species. That's so cool. No time to watch YouTube. That's sad. That's all right. That's why we have all this over here, so you can see all that, and that's why I do what I do, so you can just get the good stuff. So like I said, second thought, JT puts out some really good, once a week, every Friday, he puts out a video. I support his patrons, so I get a one-day early access. Where's the last second thought video that came out? Wow. Wait. Where are his videos? Uh-oh. I think I need to add him to the bot. Okay. We got to get his videos added to the bot. Second thought videos are just phenomenal. They're lightning fast. They go at a lightning speed, and so informative, but really easy to understand. Slow News Day, Steve, Glory, doing such important work. Talk to everybody, both sides. There is no side. Today they had Fiorella on, they had Alex on. I see they also had Andrew on. Yeah, these guys are fantastic. And again, dedicated to freeing Julian Assange, which he should absolutely be free. It's a fucking disgrace that he's still sitting in Belmarsh right now and that I'm sitting in New Jersey. Ring of Fire's on status quo with District 34. Really? They're all working together? Oh, guys. I mean, I get that we all need to kind of work together, and that's something that I've been talking with Franco about a little bit. There's apparently going to be some announcement that's coming tomorrow. Night, Elizabeth. Good to see you. Thanks again for joining. Again, it's fun just hanging out with everybody. I'm probably going to end this stream pretty soon. I'm getting kind of tired myself. But I did want to mention Jackson, Dive with Jackson Hinkle. I would say that he's probably the fastest up-and-coming streamer on the left. I found him back in November, December, with some pretty kick-ass takes. Right away, unlike most of the other streamers, I Googled, who actually is this guy? And as it turns out, he ran for city council at like 19 years old, and he's been getting the most killer interview subjects. He organized that Force the Vote protest back in January. We all did it together on stream back in December and then tagged everybody. It's been so much fun watching his growth and watching the growth of his channel and seeing a new voice come up on the left, and somebody so young with such strong opinions, such hot takes. And you can see now his tweets are getting crazy amounts of likes, crazy amounts of retweets. Every time the guy puts something out, it's just absolute fire lately. I love that he interviewed Danny Haifong, who also is one of my favorites. Love that dude. Black Agenda Report, you see, also has a channel here. The New Left. Tom C. Barry created The New Left. He did some interviews with Fiorella last year. I really haven't seen him put out very much content since. Looking forward to some new stuff from him. Tim Black channel. I don't know what's been going on here. All of a sudden, the Tim Black feed is not working anymore. I think what I was doing was actually just feeding in from his Discord. And again, Tim Black also has a Discord that's really not active. So there were, when they would put an announcement, it would show up in here. I need to turn that bot back on. Last American Vagabond also. So when he put something on his backup channel. But of course, we know that his Twitter got suspended. His YouTube channel got shut down. Ryan's been one of the persecuted because he's constantly been questioning vaccine science. Again, you've got some solid magazines, publishers in there as well. ProPublica, Popular Resistance, which was founded by Kevin Zeiss. Jen Perlman streaming. Yeah, I know Jen Perlman. I've been conflicted about Jen Perlman. I really didn't like what she had to say about Jimmy Dore and what she did on stream with David Sirota. She made him really uncomfortable talking shit about Jimmy while David was on stream with her. She goes out there. I like some of what she does, but I also dislike a lot of what she does. And I've been conflicted about her. And we'll see if she runs again, if she decides she's going to run for Congress again. I have a feeling she's going to. Common Dreams is one of the best outlets, regularly featured. Their articles are regularly featured in the top 5 updates, and they put out a massive amount of excellent content. So I love those guys. Counterpunch is another good organization. Gray Zone. ICIJ is literally a global consortium of journalists from all over the world, including BuzzFeed, ProPublica, and some others that have all agreed to pool resources and collaborate. And they've broken some big stories like the Panama Papers and the FinCEN files that require worldwide collaboration in order to expose crimes of that magnitude. Marina Franklin, she is funny. She's very funny. She reminds me of a girl named Natalie McGill on Redacted Tonight. I think they're kind of similar. In These Times is another magazine that's pretty good. I like these guys. Left Voice is somebody that Lee Camp turned me on to. He shared an article of theirs, and I really like a lot of the content they put out. The other one I need to add here is WSWS, the World Socialist website. I think they put out some excellent articles. They also tend to go, believe it or not, a little neo-libby or a little authoritarian. It's really strange. Like that dude that was on Jimmy Dore's show after he interviewed Magnus Panvidia. There are some takes, just like with Jacobin, that can be a little centrist. But I do have a Jacobin channel. It's just feeding in the new articles that are coming in, as well as the videos that are being published on their YouTube channel. Mint Press News, Alan Mcleod, another one of the top 20 journalists out there in the world. And nobody knows who he is, unfortunately. Everybody should be subscribed to Alan Mcleod on Twitter. And these guys, they put out a lot of pro-Palestine, anti-Israeli government articles. They expose a lot of the crimes, and they question a lot of the narratives that are put out there by Western outlets. So I'm a fan of Mint Press News and of Alan. There's also Raul Diego. I know that Whitney Webb was working with them, but there was some kind of problem. She left. I don't know exactly what happened. I try not to get too involved in a lot of that stuff, again, because I try to support a lot of these outlets, and as long as they're doing the right thing, I'd like to talk to Whitney and find out exactly what happened. And Whitney actually does message with me. She is that kind of accessible. If you DM with her, if you're a patron, she'll message back and forth with you. She's terrific. Popular Resistance is an excellent kind of aggregator. So they write some original content, but they'll also pull in stuff from Ralph Nader, from Common Dreams, from Truth Out, from inequality.org, as well as from some smaller websites that I've never heard of that they also introduced me to, which is really cool. ProPublica, I used to feature their stuff a lot more. They're a nonprofit, but they also did some questionable stuff with regard to their election land coverage that Jennifer Cohen exposed me to, and I stopped including them regularly. I do check in on this feed, and when I find a story that I think is worthy of being shared, I'll throw that into the newsletter manually. But I no longer have them turned on for auto feed because I think that a lot of the stuff they put out, while good, is not necessarily what people in this community want to see. But here in Hobbs, high school was closed, Football was canceled, while just across the state line in Texas, students seem to be living nearly normal lives. Here's how pandemic school closures exact emotional toll. So a lot of this is also opinion. And I try to stick what ProPublica does great is publish great investigative pieces that expose crimes. Progressive.org, I stopped feeding in their RSS, but they're actually a pretty good magazine. Reason Magazine is a libertarian magazine, but I agree with their takes on freedom of the press and marijuana legalization. Texas Tribune is also phenomenal. They get a lot of play and a lot of prominence in our newsletter, and they also work in conjunction with ProPublica. So you saw that that ProPublica had this article also on theirs about Opportune. And then Truth Out is also another one of these excellent nonprofits. And they have a couple of really good writers on staff. They'll also republish some common dreams and some common use articles that are out there. I'm not even really going to show these, but you got Ben Dixon, Democracy Now!, Humanist Report, Majority Report. Oh, I skipped Democracy at Work. Professor Wolf. I love Professor Richard Wolf. And I need to learn and really start studying what he talks about more, because I want to turn this into a worker co-op. In order to take this to the next level, we're going to have to grow this with more people. I can't do any more than I'm doing pretty much. The Real News Network is fantastic. I do need to add them. They're on my list. But I do want to add, and I want to grow this. I want to spend more time promoting and going on shows and talking about this. But I spend so much time curating and publishing the updates to all these different channels on a daily basis and making all the graphics that there's really no time to do that. And recording a podcast and doing all the other. Plus, I also have a family and a real full-time job. So what I'd like to do is bring on some more volunteers to help in a co-op where we all have shared ownership of this platform. And maybe even do it with some streamers where we create an OTT network. I mean, I've been talking about this now for 6-7 months, where I get a collection of, but it's a collection of streamers decide to come together and form a network that then we can go to Roku or Amazon for a Prime TV channel, or Samsung for an app that goes on the Samsung TVs, or LG, for example. Those are certainly another avenue in order to expand the reach of the left, because we're fighting a mega media machine. So how do we fight that? We've got to expand our reach. We've got to get more people seeing what we do. And we've got to get more people exposed to all these people that are in this Discord and more. So you can see Ralph. What did Ralph put out? Ralph just put out a new tweet. Ex-Democratic congressman joins board of for-profit college that preys on low-income students. Look at that smile. If that doesn't scream, I'm going to fuck you over. I don't know what does. Alan Wheat, former Democratic congressman representing Missouri. Thank you, Ralph. That'll be in tomorrow morning's edition, I'm sure. AJ Plus. Yeah. Oh, I love that you're giving me all these names. Where am I going to write all this stuff down? How am I going to I got to add all these channels. Oh my God. The connecting tool that I'm using to send all the stuff in is already saying, hey, I'm already overloaded. Discord is saying they don't want me to send any more stuff into this. So I got to figure out how to grow this. I might have to add a second Discord. So like the independentleft.gg2. Couple people have actually boosted my server, and I really appreciate that. I got a free boost a couple months ago. I don't even know exactly what the server boosts do. I know that they get you a little bit better quality streaming, so that's cool. So when I do decide to go streaming on Discord directly, that'll be better. And I get some more server emojis. Oh, and I get a custom server invite background. And a lot more. I need a lot more boost to get up to level 2, which would be really cool. Totally unnecessary. I love Discord the way it is. The only thing that I would love to boost Discord for is if it allowed me to send more automation in. Press for Truth. Why have I never heard of that one either? Wow, you got a lot of good ones. Start tweeting those at me, please. Yeah. Democracy at Work. I do have a channel for Democracy at Work. That's Prof Wolf. Love them. But some more news. He's funny. That dude is funny. Is that the one? Is that the Real News Network? I don't know. No, that's some more news. They're funny. Central Committee. I did have a Mike from PA. So like I said, Mike from PA did kick me out of his Discord. I don't know what I did wrong. I never tried to join back up. I'll tell you a story. I got kicked out of Hassan's Discord the other day. And the reason why is because I posted this update. And the minute after I posted this update, I caught a 24-hour ban. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So it was one of these over here. It was I posted with Chris Coons' last name. It was like Coons and Carper both voted down. It was from Delaware Online. But because I used the last name Coons, there was some kind of a filter that they were picking. Here it is. Why Carper and Coons just voted against Democrats' attempt to hike the $15 minimum wage, right? The minute that his Discord, some bot picked up that word, all of a sudden, I caught a 24-hour ban. Unbelievable. I love Haas's Discord. I don't know if you've ever been in here. I think there's 180,000 people in here. Some stupid number. Haas and Vosh basically have the biggest Discords. I never watch Vosh's channel, but I do post my updates into his Discord because of the amount of reach that he has. And actually, some of his fans do click over. And I think I've picked up a few of them and introduced them to more of the left. Some of the other, again, Second Thought has a Discord, as does Whitney Webb for Unlimited Hangout. I highly recommend subscribing to their Patreons so that you could get access to their Discords. Slow News Day has a Discord. Tim Black. I joined the Wall Street Bets server during the whole craze of. Oh, look at that! So I can actually go in and enter it. Oh, it must be quiet. Roblox. Is Roblox going public this week? I think they are. RBLX. Buy in. I am telling you right now, if you have kids, Roblox. The whole world is going to be talking about Roblox for the next 2 weeks. Cryptos are laid back. Oh, look at that. So, yeah, Wall Street Bets. This server is pretty wild. I think there's 50, 60,000 people in here. All right. I am going to head up to bed now. It's pretty late. I've been having a lot of fun. This was really cool. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Been streaming for almost an hour and a half, and it is about that time. So I'm going to say goodnight to everyone, say thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being a part of all of this, for participating, for chatting, for keeping me company. And I'll see you all on everybody else's stream soon. Have a good night, everybody.